you say don't be a saver, be an investor. Should people be investing even during these times if they're not comfortable doing that? Or this is the greatest time to invest is what I'm hearing you say because of the opportunity.
Why would you save?
Fear.
No, but that worked before 1971. They printed 4.5 trillion after 2008. They estimate they're going to print another 6 to 8 trillion, maybe 10 trillion.
Wow.
After 2020. At the same time, they're going to pay zero interest rate policy. So you're saving money while the Fed's printing money, and they're going to pay you no interest on it. Why would you save it?
Mm.
So that's all I say. And so that's why when Susie talks about saving and Dave talks about saving, I wouldn't do that. But for the average person, they should do that. So that's why choose your teachers wisely.
Right.
You just have to know money. That's all.
Yeah. And what's your prediction with real estate over the next few years? Do you think it's going to keep going down now, or do you think it's like in LA? I feel like it hasn't gone down at all. It's like the place continues to grow, but eventually it's got to, right?
I wouldn't invest in LA for one reason: taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't. That's your choice. People say it's a nice place to live, and it is. But I don't like paying taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't move there. Plus, you have what's called. They try to pull it. I forget the name of it, but you can't raise the rents on people. So I don't like
rent control. Yeah.
Great place to live, great lifestyle, but we're going to have the biggest crash. We're going to a depression right now. We're going right past recession into a depression.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't have every business closing. And the stock market is going up, but like I said, the real problem's in the repo or the shadow banking market. That's what they're trying to save because it's broke. They're going bankrupt in there. So the dollar is going to be strong because 80% of the debt is measured in US dollars. So everybody needs dollars to pay off their debt. Okay. But in the meantime, the guys for a week, their houses are going to come up for sale, their Lamborghini, their real estate. I wouldn't touch commercial real estate. I mean, office buildings. Office buildings, they're gone.
No one can go work anymore. The people would work from home for a while, or whatever.
They're gone. Now, I go to South Africa a lot. In South Africa, the office buildings became low-income housing.
Whoa.
That's the future. Those homeless people? Century City, here they come.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get out of here now.
I just think differently. That's all.
Yeah.
That was Steve Jobs' thing. Think different.
Yeah. I got a few final questions for you. I really appreciate you sharing and giving us this tough love, which I think a lot of people need right now.
I'm not politically correct.
It's all good. We all need different teachers, and I appreciate your perspective. This is a question I ask everyone towards the end of their conversations. I call it the 3 truths. It's a hypothetical question, but I'd like for you to imagine for a moment that many years from now, it's your last day on this earth, and you've accomplished everything. You've accomplished all the things you want in your personal life, your dreams. It's all happened. But for whatever reason, hypothetically, you got to take all of your work with you, your books, your content, your board games, all the teachings you've ever given to the world. It goes with you. And you got to leave only 3 lessons behind for the rest of us to learn from. What would you say would be your 3 lessons, or what I like to call 3 truths?
Well, I think the most important lessons, probably, I think I said this way, my rich guy said all the time. My rich dad always said, knowledge is finite. Stupidity is infinite. So stay stupid.
That's a great truth.
Because that's how you get knowledge. But he used to always say that to me because my dad always hid behind his diploma, PhD. He didn't know anything. Most school teachers don't know much. When people ask me about the Fed, what is the Fed? I said, have you ever watched The Wizard of Oz? And they go, yeah. Well, you know how Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Lion and the Straw Man, they went down the yellow brick road. They were hoping to find the wizard. And the wizard was going to give the lion a heart or Dorothy, whatever she wanted and all this stuff. And when they get to the wizard or the Fed, there was a midget behind of it. There was nothing behind of it. That's the Fed. That's the PhD. They're hiding behind this thing called diploma. That's obsolete. And so that's the second lesson. Be careful who your teachers are. Make sure your teacher actually practices what they teach. So my tax guy is Tom Wheelwright. His book is Tax-Free Wealth. You really want to stop paying taxes? Get that book. It's $20. You'll probably save a couple of $1 million over your lifetime. But if you don't change, this left ear and right ear, that gap between there, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And then you have my other friend, mother advisor, Andy Tanner. He wrote the book, Stock Market Cash Flow. Instead of investing for the long term, he makes money in markets going up or down. I'd rather do that than buy, pray, and hold and listen to Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey. But it's your choice.
Yeah.
Other guys, Kenny McElroy, he writes all my real estate books. He's my real estate partner. We've made fortunes together. It's just fortunes, tax-free. Why would you go to school? Just buy some books, study them, get their YouTube.
Make some mistakes on your own, right?
Oh, you don't have to just get stupid. But blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit. Meek means egoless. I'm going to learn. So I know what goes on in the stock market. That's why I stay out of it. But if you don't know, it might be the best place for you. So if you want to stay in the stock market, that's Andy Tanner, Stock Market Cash Flow, and 401 Chaos. They tell you what's really going on because they're real. They're in the market every day. Jim Rogers wrote Investment Banker and all that. He lives in Singapore. He basically says the problem with the Fed is they don't know what they're talking about. They're idiots. And we'll listen to them. They're the Wizard of Oz. Everybody thinks they know something because they got this piece of paper, like my poor dad, called a PhD. Rich Dad, Poor Dad had a financial statement. You cannot lie in your financial statement because that's fraud. PhDs, diploma. Rich people, financial statements. The other thing is this, I don't have a financial planner. I have a family office. The rich have family offices. So we have money to lend constantly. We make so much money. So there's a difference in the mindset, the intelligence, and what you learn. So I think the most important thing that you're teaching people, in the School of Greatness, is basically choose your teachers. What path you want to go down? When your football career ended, it was the best thing that happened to you.
Yeah. Started finding mentors.
Yeah. And that's what you're doing. And so you're a great role model for your generation.
Oh, thank you.
In my generation, they're still baby boomers. What's that? Hello, boomer. What do they say? Hey, boomer. We're idiots. Jeez, most boomers are still counting on Social Security and the stock market.
I hear you. I don't know if you said the third one. You said knowledge is finite, stupidity is infinite. So stay stupid, number one, which I love that because I've always felt like I'm the dumbest person in the.
Make mistakes is what it means.
What's that?
Be humble and make mistakes and learn.
Yeah, exactly. Be careful who your teachers are, and the third one was.
Don't hide behind a diploma. If somebody says to you, so can you show me your financials? So that's the story of a family office versus everybody has a home office. That's different than a family office. So a family office is like a hedge fund. But rich guys have their own hedge funds or their own private equity firms. Is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's where you want to get to. So when you're there, the difference is people ask me for money, like on Shark Tank. The first thing I ask them for is not their diploma. Show me your financials. If they don't have financials, I won't invest with them because they don't know what they're talking about.
Just because you have a cool degree or fancy paper doesn't mean you can get results.
Oh God! You see, you can lie from behind a diploma. That's what the Fed's doing. So that's all Rich Dad, Poor Dad is about. It's about financial statements. And the cash flow game is you physically, again, like I said, it's physically you have there's four intelligences: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
The game makes you fill out your financials on these four intelligences.
Yeah.
Because you have to move the things, you have to fill out the numbers and all this stuff. So it's max learning.
If you're looking for more greatness in your life, make sure to check out this video right here. And also check out our free PDF, The 3 Secrets to Unlock the Power of Your Mind to help you change your life. Download it right here.
Read 30 minutes a day, I don't give a damn what it is.
Wow.
I mean, read something, a biography, read something that's a strategy, read something that's gonna change your life.